Hey, listen, I don't care what they told you. You can't buy a cash flowing business with no money out of your pocket. You can't buy a $300,000 Lamborghini with no money down. You can't buy this apartment building with zero money out of your own pocket. That's a lie. At least that's what they told you. But in this episode, I'm gonna show you how you can do exactly just that with the step-by-step process I'm gonna talk to you about. In this episode, I'm gonna show you how to buy a cash flowing business with zero out of your own pocket. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let's get to this episode.
Young Mogul in the building.
I've been in the business 9 years. Commercial real estate investor. See, most of us, we losing out on blessings because we want to get the whole pie. We want 100% of nothing.
I got business, credit, real estate. Got some assets on the market from recession up to date. I got business, credit, real estate.
Yo, I need to become more effective in less time. If it takes you 30 years to do something, I need to do it in 5. I'm not trying to wait time 30, 40 years in to retire, get a pension, then go get a second job and now work. No, I'm not doing it.
Funding for the business with a lower interest rate. I go get your LLC. You gon' need an EIN. You get verified online. A few more steps, you be right in. Get your headset in the game. We gon' need you to buy in. Execution is the loophole with the strings that we tie in.
Listen, it's no secret. If you've been following me over the last couple of years, I've been teaching these strategies of how to acquire apartment buildings with no money down, how to acquire cash flowing businesses with no money down, how to acquire a self-storage facility with no money down. I've been teaching these strategies over the last couple of years, and I get a lot of pushback, right? Because so many people think that it's not possible. Even though there's people that's making millions of dollars and billions of dollars that's saying this every single day, but you're limited because you don't think it's possible because you've never done it and nobody around you have ever done it. So you're only exposed to what you only know what you're exposed to, right? And hopefully this episode, as I break it down, that you can now see that it's possible for you to actually buy a cash flowing business with no money out of your pocket. And the first thing I want to talk about is the SBA, the Small Business Administration. It's been around since 1953. For a very long time, and unfortunately, a few people that I've spoken to, they only heard about the SBA in 2020 because of the pandemic, right? The PPP loans, the EIDL loans, right? That's when most people heard about SBA, but it's been around since 1953, and the Small Business Administration is a government-funded program that is specifically designed to help new business owners acquire cash on businesses. And it don't matter, it could be self-storage, it could be a tech company, it could be a laundromat. Whatever you want to buy, you can get the capital as long as it's a business that has the potential to generate thousands of dollars or more in cash flow. So here's some qualifications when it comes to the SBA. You have the SBA 7A loan, you have the SBA 504 loan, you have the SBA Express loan, you have the SBA micro loan. There's multiple types of loans depending on what you're looking to buy. What I like to teach the most is the SBA 7A loan, which is what I utilize, right? I've also utilized the SBA Express loans, and I'll talk about that in this episode, but the SBA 7A loan, it goes up to $5 million. So yeah, you as a newbie entrepreneur, right, new LLC, or you may not even have an LLC yet, you can qualify for up to $5 million if you meet these qualifications, right? Number one, you need to have a 650 credit score minimum, right? 650, with that's generous. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Most lenders are looking for you to have a 700 plus credit score, and the guidelines are getting tighter and tighter, but the SBA is backed by the government. So for those of you that are familiar with residential, FHA, that's backed by the government. So that's why it's a program where most people can afford it. If you default, the government is actually going to guarantee a certain amount of that loan. Same thing with the SBA. If Key Bank, if Live Oak Bank, if Quaint Oak Bank, they give you an SBA loan, the government is going to guarantee up to 70, 80% of that money. So that's why they're more friendlier and generous with lending out with low credit scores. So if you have a 650 credit score, you check off that box. No collections, no bankruptcies. Please, if you have a collection, if you have a bankruptcy, you're not going to get approved. If you owe somebody else money, why would another bank like the SBA give you money? It don't make sense. You need to go pay off who you need to pay first and clean up whatever you did as a disaster first before you can come. So no collections, no bankruptcies, 650 credit score. They are going to also ask for tax returns, W-2s. They need to see that you have documented income. So if you have a 9-to-5 job, W-2s will be good. If you don't have a 9-to-5 job, 1099 will be good. Or if you're just starting out and you don't really have that documentation, you need to go and buy a business that's already cash flowing, where the seller of that business can give you a proven 3-year history of financials. So if that business is already cash flowing, they're gonna utilize that cash flow in that business to determine whether or not they're gonna loan you the money. So if the business pays for itself, then that's really good. Oh man, I've been spending hours underwriting this deal. Are you spending hours underwriting your commercial real estate deals too? You're spending so much time with spreadsheets and implementing formulas and key terms, and it's just a lot where you can't even get to the number that you need to make a profitable decision so that you can make an offer. I know, because this is a problem that most of us face as commercial real estate investors, but it's no longer a problem because I had the solution. I built the #1 system that's gonna help you save yourself significant time, energy, and money. The Mogul Deal Evaluator is here to help you underwrite and evaluate your deal in less than 60 seconds. Yes, in less than 60 seconds, you can gather the information, input it inside the tool, and now have the number that you need to make that offer, that magic number to get you to the closing table so that you can close deals that much faster. You can do so much with this tool. For those of you that's looking to syndicate deals, you can actually gather the information from your general partners and raise the capital, and it'll show you how much you should distribute to your partner so that the deal is profitable for everyone. It's so much that you can take advantage of it. I want to give you an opportunity to take advantage of this tool. So go to MOGULDealEvaluator.com. Make sure you register and create your account, and I want to see you at the closing table. It's time for us to close deals that much faster and build wealth for our family that much faster. I'll see you at the closing table. You need to have a business plan. It's very important for you to do your market research. I'll use self-storage for an example, because we buy self-storage facilities. We buy other businesses as well, but primarily self-storage. And when you do your business plan, the #1 thing you want to do is look at the supply index. So you want to know, what is the demand in the area? Are there enough people, right? We want to follow the people. Wherever the people are, then we buy, because you can find yourself buying in a dead area. So that means there's a lot of people that's leaving this area, and you're going to buy facilities when people are leaving in this area where you're going to have empty units. So do your market research, understand what supply index is. #2, you need to understand, what is your target? So if you have this facility nearby, are you targeting apartment buildings? Are you targeting colleges, universities? Are you targeting nursing homes? Like, what is your target customer? And you make sure that you know that you have a proven way to communicate with that audience, right? So the next thing that we want to talk about, how are you actually going to increase revenue? How do you plan on really maximizing on that facility? Are you going to bring in kiosks? Are you going to have additional streams of income? Are you going to partner with U-Haul? Are you going to offer moving services? Are you going to offer retail services? Do you have the technology built in to be able to automate and do this remotely so that you can actually, do it on a larger scale? These are the things that the SBA is going to look at, right? So they want to understand these things. Do your market research. Hey, what are my competitors doing? So what you want to do is become a secret shopper, right? So when we're buying a facility, we're going to look at all of the facilities within a 5-mile radius, and we're going to become secret shoppers. What is the market rates? So if this facility over here is charging $100 for a 10 by 10, well, is that at the top of the market? Is that at the bottom of the market? If I buy this facility, do I have room to increase my income? Do I have room where I'm at the top of the market and I'm already capped? These are the things you need to look at. Well, my competition, do they have climate control or do they not? My competition, how does the curb appeal look, right? Do they have units that are top floor, second floor, first floor, right? You need to understand these things, and it's very important in your process of doing market research so you can build up that business plan step by step. So have a 650 credit score, right? Make sure that you understand your target. Make sure that you understand supply index. Make sure that you understand how to build a business plan properly. And this is what we teach in our Mailbox Millionaire Academy. We go through a step-by-step process. And I know I'm giving you a lot of information. It may sound like this is way too much. I get it. I was there. It sounded like a lot to me, which it is a lot, which is why for watching this episode, I want to give you an opportunity to join my community It's typically $147, but for watching this episode, only for $47, you could join our community, and we break down these concepts in more detail so you can understand what it really means to partner with U-Haul. You can understand what it really means to get the supply index. You understand what it really means to be a secret shopper, and the scripts and the processes that you need so that you can win, right? When we're doing site visits, making sure that you have the right questions to ask, right, and knowing what to look for. We break that down in full detail in our community. So, don't worry, don't get discouraged, man. This is why I'm here. That's why I'm teaching. That's why I'm educating. So join the community. You want to click the link in the description, or you can go to MOGULEliteClub.com. Join right now for only $47, and you can actually break down a lot of these. You can get more information when it comes to these concepts. Hey, I know you're loving the episode right now, but I need to ask you a really, really quick question. What's more important to you than money? Is it freedom, spending time with your family, traveling the world, building a better relationship with God, spending time with your kids? What is it? The reason why I'm asking that, because most people think that money is everything, when money is just a tool. Money is the tool to help you get the things that you really love. And luckily for you, I built the #1 most affordable wealth building community that teaches you how to get access to capital, how to utilize the money as a tool to get the things that you really want and deserve. And that community is the Mogul Elite Club community, where you're going to learn how to pay off your debt, how to get access to capital, how to clean your credit, buy assets, and so much more for less than $1.50 per day. So what I want you to do is text the word ELITE to 347-429-6496. That's ELITE to 347-429-6496. And I'm going to see you in the #1 wealth building community. Let's get back to the episode. So moving along in this episode, I just want to make sure I share that, because I know I'm giving you a lot, right? So as we continue to go throughout this process and we understand how to be in position to qualify for the SBA, they require you to put down 10%. So let's do some numbers. Get your calculators out. If we buy $1 million self-storage facility, 10% down is $100,000. That's a little bit of money in the grand scheme of things. I know some people may say, oh, that's a lot of money, but when we talk about investing, $100,000 down is a little bit of money to buy $1 million business. Well, you're probably thinking, hey, Mogul, you said I could do this with no money out of my pocket, and the SBA is saying you got to come to the table with 10% down, $100,000. I don't even have that. Well, this is where the strategy comes in at. That $100,000 can be creatively raised in multiple ways, right? One would be business credit cards. We go and apply for business credit cards, 0% interest for 6, 12, 18 months. We're strategic with what type of credit cards we apply for. We want to go for credit cards that have 0% interest so we can utilize that money as our down payment and have a grace period where we don't have to pay interest on it while we're making money and cash flowing in that acquisition. So you can go and apply for credit cards like the Chase Inc. credit card. You can actually apply for a Fulton Bank credit card. These are credit cards that have 0% interest, but you do it in a sequence. So let's say you apply for Fulton Bank, $25,000. Chase gives you $25,000. Citizens Bank give you $25,000, right? Navy Federal, $25,000. That's 4 banks right there, $25,000 each. That's $100,000. $100,000, that is your money. Hey, let me add one more, because you may be thinking, well, my credit is not the best and my business is not set up yet to go get business credit. Well, you could also make sure that you partner with other people that do have good credit, and then you can actually go and have them apply for business credit cards and bring them on as a partner and raise the money. You could actually do different classes, and again, we teach this in our Mailbox Millionaire Academy, where we show you how to have actual classes and raise money from people that have money in their 401k. One of my capital partners, he have a bunch of money in his 401k, and his 401k is taking a beating right now. So you need to put your money somewhere else versus the 401k. So find people that have money in their 401k, that have money in stocks and pensions, and they could actually invest. Find people that have good credit, and you can bring them in as partners. There's so many ways. You can get business lines of credit as well. But ultimately, you now creatively pull that money together. Or the last thing I'm gonna share is seller financing. So you may say, hey, I have $100,000 down. I can go to the owner of that business and say, hey, can you actually finance this down payment for me? Because I don't have the money to come down, but I'll now pay you monthly in interest over the next 3 to 4 or 5 years, whatever you want to negotiate with them. Most likely, that owner is going to accept it. Let me tell you why. Because they still get the cash flow. They still get some tax write-offs, but they don't have to control the business. They don't have to manage the business, and they're still going to get the big bulk payout that SBA is going to pay them. That $900,000 goes to that seller. So you get $900,000 lump sum plus additional payments and interest over time, it's a win-win. And now you're into this facility, you're into this cash flowing business with no money out of your pocket. So it's multiple ways. It's not just one way. Yes, we can do business credit cards, business lines of credit, 401ks, pensions, capital partners, seller financing. Listen, there's no shortage of strategies, man. And really it's about having the information. Most people are never going to be successful because they are not willing to invest in themselves to get the right information. But after you invest, you have to be willing to do the work long enough. That's a big deal because it's not going to happen overnight. It's not something that you can just do tomorrow. Yes, it's doable. It took me 3 years to close my first deal. And once I did that, you know, the process just got faster and faster and faster and faster, but you have to be willing to go through that process. So that is how you can buy a cash flowing business with zero out of your pocket. You understand how the SBA works and what they need to qualify you. Once you're qualified, 10% down, you raise that capital multiple ways, and now you put yourself in a position to get that cash flow. And then I'm just gonna give you one more thing, and I gotta close this thing, but I gotta go, right? The beautiful thing about what we teach in the Mailbox Millionaire Academy and the Mogul Elite Club, we show you how to make multiple streams of income of one acquisition. It's all about becoming more effective in less time. So when you buy this cash flow and self-storage, not only do you make money by renting out the units, we make money by providing insurance because we partner with the insurance company. We make money by partnering with U-Haul, providing transportation. We make money by partnering with local moving companies, providing moving services. So now we're getting paid different commissions by partnering strategically with different companies, and that's how we 10x our income. And when you add more income, you add more value to your facility, which helps you grow faster. Just think about this. Just imagine you spending the next 24 months. I know 24 months, I don't have time. Well, how long you been at your job? 24 months, 36 months, 40. You've been there for years and you're still not a millionaire yet. But what if I told you that you can literally become a multi-millionaire in 2 years if you just stick with following this blueprint and do it every single day for 2 years straight for you to acquire that one facility. All you need is one, and create all of these streams with that one facility. That one move can have you become a multi-millionaire, bringing in 6 and 7 figures in cash flow, and everything changed for you. And one step further, imagine if you do that for 2 years, but you consistently do that over the next 6 years, and you get 3 facilities in 6 years. Your family can be set for 3 to 5 generations just off of you dedicating 3 years of your life, 6 years of your life, to making sure that everything is about buying a cash flowing self-storage facility with zero out of your pocket, all right? Well, thank you for watching this episode. And again, if you want to learn more about this, and if it was a little confusing, you need some clarity, or you ready and like, Mogul, I'm ready to do that this year. I want to generate thousands of dollars in cash flow. Go to MogulEliteClub.com, click the link in the description. Right now, $47 to join our community. Thank you. I want you to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode of Mogul Mondays. Let's get it.